What's up? It's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I hope the sort of like moody atmosphere is okay with you. It's late and I'm probably gonna go to bed soon, so I'm trying not to overstimulate myself with a ton of lights. Anyway, I have been waiting to start this video for a very long time. I realized recently that my sort of, I want to say repertoire, but that sounds like really pretentious. My sort of knowledge of different yarn brands is not that expansive, and so I've been working to try to use different yarns to like learn stuff about different yarns, and I just thought it would be really fun to try a bunch of new to me yarns. I'm sure most of these are not actually new, and make some swatches, see how they work up, and rate them in case you are trying to do the same thing. Most of these I would call value yarn except for one, but I'm gonna include it just for fun. So I guess we'll get that one out of the way. I purchased my first Arcane Fiberworks. I saw this color when the fall colors first came out and I was like, I have to have that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna make with it yet, but I love it. I do think for hand-dyed yarns, these are very reasonably priced. This was on sale when I bought it, and so I think it was like 25, 26, something like that. But yeah, for ordering online, like that is a very reasonable price for a hank of yarn. Next, I believe I got this at Joann. I've been wanting to try bamboo yarn for a long time, so a few of these I actually have planned for projects. So this Truboo yarn, I'm gonna see how I like it and use this to start a project. Obviously I will need to get more. I wanted to try out just some of the random yarn from Walmart. I started checking there for yarn recently, and so I bought this Lion brand Hometown yarn. I just liked the color. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this either. Next, I was really excited to try Hobbii for the first time. Their yarn is very affordable, but it also comes in little tiny donuts, so it might get unaffordable quickly. We'll see about that. But I really wanted to try the Friends cotton linen. I've been looking to try a linen yarn. I think there's not a lot of options for 100% linen, but this is this like pink and purple stripe. I thought it was so cute, and the little donuts are so adorable. This one I thought was cool. It's 76% cotton, but this is made with yak's wool. And I just thought that was cool, and it's this like, the yarn is like corded almost. I also got this Metallico yarn. I have a couple donuts of this. I will probably have to get more as well, but they have this metallic yarn that it's a little fuzzier than I was hoping. I pretty much, I cannot stand mohair, and I don't like a lot of fuzzy stuff, but this I think is like an okay amount of fuzz. But yeah, so I have plans for this too. Then last but not least, I wanted to get some stuff from Premier straight from their website. So I've been trying out different cottons, especially because I don't like some of the ones that are near me, that I have access to. So I tried their Hipster cotton. This is the Momenti yarn. It comes in these really beautiful ombre colors, and I never really worked with a yarn in this color, and it was like on sale for a 3-pack. So I actually like have enough yarn to make a project with this set. And then last but not least, I thought this was very interesting, this Premier ribbon yarn that is like flat, kind of like shoelaces. So yeah, I will work up some swatches of these, the ones I have projects planned for. I'll start working on some projects and I'll let you know what I think. Alright, let's braid some yarn, shall we? So first up, I tried out the Arcane Fiberworks. The color is Creepin' It Real. It is a worsted weight yarn, 100% merino superwash wool. I really liked working with this. It was soft, just really nice to work with. It goes really smoothly, like over your hook and over your finger. It also doesn't split, so just the colors are so vibrant for a hand-dyed yarn, and I rated this one a 10. This was a great start. Next, I tried the Hipster cotton yarn from Premier in the color Tropical Dream. This is a lightweight yarn, a number 3, and it is 100% cotton. This one is not as soft to the touch as other cotton yarns, but it's not as stiff as some of them are either, so I thought that was good. The transition of colors is like a lovely ombre. I like when the transition is more gradual like that versus when sometimes multicolored yarns will just like cut off and start a new color. So this one I rated a 7. Next, I tried the Lion brand Truboo in the color Sable. This is also a lightweight number 3 yarn. It is 100% rayon made from bamboo. This is super soft. It's lovely to the touch. It's a little bit slippery and it does split pretty easily. I have not looked that much into if there are other bamboo yarns out there, so I would be interested in trying some more and see if they split a little bit less. So I rated this one a 5. Next, I tried the Rowan Softyak DK yarn, which is a DK weight yarn. It's from Hobbii, so they don't have the color listed, and I lost track of my order that told me what color it was in. It's a light gray, I can tell you that much. It is 76% cotton, 15% yak wool, and 9% nylon. I really liked this one. It's strong and sturdy, but still soft. The only sort of downside is I do remember that this one was a little expensive for how small of a donut you get. I think it was like $15 a skein or something like that, so you would need quite a bit of it for like a wearable project or something a little bit bigger, so that was kind of the downside, so I rated this one an 8. Next, I have the Hobbii Friends cotton linen yarn. It is a super fine one weight. It's 50% cotton, 35% viscose, and 15% linen. It's very pretty. I love the stripe. I love the pink and purple. It's very coarse though, and so it's not something I would use for a wearable. It would be really good for something like utilitarian though, like home decor, like something like that. That needs something a little bit more sturdy. So I rated this one a 6. Next up is the Metallico yarn, also from Hobbii. This is a fine weight number 2 yarn that is 70% polyamide, 20% acrylic, and 10% merino wool. It is gorgeous. I love the way that this looks when it works up. It's soft to the touch and like feeling it on your skin. I'm hoping to make a wearable out of it, so I wanted to make sure it like feels nice on your skin. I think that video is actually gonna come out before this, so you may have got a sneak preview of that if it worked out. The only thing though is it tends to stick together, like the fuzziness of it as I was pulling it out of the donut, some of it would kind of stick together. So I rated this one an 8. Next, I tried the Premier Momenti in the color Meadow. This is a medium 4-weight yarn. It's 58% cotton, 42% acrylic. I really like this stuff. It's very, very soft. The colors that came in were really unique. It's not something I've seen a lot before. The only thing that was a little bit of a downside is that it is, I guess, pretty delicate. The instructions on it say to hand wash it. If I'm gonna make wearables and things, unless it's something out of like a really delicate thin weight yarn or a wool, I like to be able, with my cottons and acrylic yarns, I like to be able to either put them in a bag and wash them in cold water in the washing machine and then line dry them. So if something is hand washed, that's a little bit more effort than I want to have to put in, to be frank. So I did knock this down to a 9 for the rating. Next, I tried the Premier Ribbon in the color Plum. It is a super bulky number 6 weight yarn, 65% cotton and 35% polyester. I really wanted to like this stuff. It's very stiff, and just doing, I think, like the 3 rows that I did was getting really rough on my hands and on my joints. So the color is nice, and I remember that it came in a lot of colors that I liked. I had trouble choosing. So I think it would be good for like a rug or a bag, like stuff that people use t-shirt yarn for. I think it would be really good for household items like that, but it is not something that I will want to work with after using this skein, so I rated this one a 3. Last but not least, I tried the Lion brand Hometown yarn. The color is Key Largo Tweed. It is another super bulky 6 weight yarn. It's 94% acrylic and 6% rayon. I really liked this one. Even though it's Lion brand and they're a pretty decent quality brand, sometimes with Walmart yarn, you just don't know how it's gonna go. It's very soft, and I thought it was really easy to work with for being a bulky yarn. I don't work with like 6 weight yarns very much at all, not even 5s sometimes, but I find that the bulkier the yarn gets, the like harder it can be to work with, for me at least. But I thought this was really easy to work with, works up really quick. It does have the tendency to split just a little, but not too bad. So I rated this one a 7. Well, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me while I checked out these different types of yarn. Let me know if you have different opinions on any of this stuff, or if there's any other like cool and kind of not on everyone's radar yarn that you think I should try. Let me know in the comments. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. I post videos 2 to 3 times a month. Thanks so much for watching this one. See you next time.